What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying hydrated. If it's warm where you are, because it sure enough is warm where I am. It's 93 degrees, probably feels like over 100. I'm still grateful. I'm grateful for the warm weather. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful for the beautiful blue skies. We have so much to be grateful for. To be alive, to be in this physical body. And I think that's what we're going to talk about today. I didn't really have a topic or something specific I wanted to talk about, but you know what? Being grateful, man, is one of the most transformational things we can do. Showing deep gratitude for being able to see and hear and talk and walk. I can tell you right now, when I hit rock bottom in 2017, and then when I hit rock bottom again in 2020, and literally I felt fine. Now, mind you, that when it happened in 2020, it was right before my parents, they were remarrying them. They were getting remarried, and my dad wanted to do this for my mom. This was like the third time. And he wanted to like renew his vows and everything. And, you know, I venture to say he probably was like 72 or 71 when that was. It was 2020. So yeah, he was 75 when he passed last year. And so yeah, 2020, he renewed his vows with my mom, and after 50 something years of marriage. And literally that weekend they got married, and then a couple days after that I hit this wall. I hit burnout. I hit rock bottom. And I literally remember myself saying, "Wow, this is so crazy." Like, I could never have imagined a couple days after I was feeling fine and like my normal self at the time. Now, mind you, I went through a lot of transformation between 2020 and now. I had a lot of anger back then, and just a lot of other things going on. But to experience, when in hindsight, when I was looking back, I'm like, I was fine on the weekend, and then a couple days after, I completely everything went left. And it's the same thing I remember when we were in Virginia the weekend before my dad passed. And we were even at this one place, which I mentioned on other videos, that he was walking up 2 flights of stairs and around the parking lot the day before he passed. So you just never know from day to day, moment to moment, what can happen to you. Someone could come and say, "I'm done," after a 20-year marriage. And everything seemed fine to you, but to them it wasn't. And then all of a sudden you get whacked over the head with a 2x4, that it's over. Or somebody passes out of nowhere. Or my intent is not to talk about negative things and negative things happening. But the reason I bring that up is because in the moment, what is so important is that we stay in the present moment, in the now, as much as possible. And be grateful for that moment, being able to see, hear, walk, talk, eat, feel, taste, whatever, all our senses, being able to use all that stuff. Because you don't know, like my dad, out of nowhere, he started to see double vision. And then he went to doctors and nobody had answers for him. And nobody knew what was going on. And they kept telling him, maybe you have palsy, or maybe you have this or that or whatever. He could not find a resolution or an answer until maybe 8 or 9 months later. And there was no resolution because his eyes started to bulge out. And so now it went from just seeing double vision, and when he took it, when basically he had to put a patch over his eye so that the lines on the road weren't higher, one side was higher than the other. It was really screwing with his vision. No one had any answer of why it was happening. It just happened like this out of nowhere. And so one day you could be seeing perfectly fine with glasses, and then the next minute you could start having issues. And that's why I say to be extremely grateful for everything you have. And in that moment, maybe you're experiencing some sort of pain, maybe you're experiencing some sort of financial difficulty or relationship difficulty, but it's never so severe to the point where it could be. Like in my dad's instance, where he started seeing double vision, then it turned into his eye bulging out on one side, and he could he had to basically wear a patch all the time. And he was getting really severe pain in his head, and this man was still walking around strong and just like barreling through it all. You would never, if you didn't see the eye bulging, you would never have known anything, because that's how well he, hid it, so to speak. And not to say that anybody should be doing that, because there's always a root cause to something, and I kept telling him time after time that, he had a lot of anger that he was suppressing, and he had a lot of things that he was suppressing of his own, like just, he was people pleasing, like I've talked about many times on this channel, like I've done, because I learned that from him. And he wasn't taking care of himself. And I talk about self-care so much on this channel, and he wasn't doing that. And so I've learned a lot just from that alone. And so I urge you to speak gratitude as much as you possibly can for everything you have. Even if you're struggling, if there's food on the table, there's something to be grateful for. If you have your family, there's something to be grateful for. I don't have my dad anymore. I wish I did. I wish I would have been more grateful when he was around. I wish I would have spent more time with him when he was around. I wish that I didn't have the things that I had that was separating us so much at the time, because I wish that we had gotten closer. But we both had trauma and pain that we were going through, which was essentially pushing us apart. And I wish that it could have been different. But I'm grateful for all the times that I did get to spend with him. And I'm grateful for 45 years of my life and him having 75 years of his. Because he taught me a lot and I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for every single moment I had with him. He was an inspiration to me. He helped me to learn discipline, a lot of discipline. If it wasn't for him, I learned that immensely. It helped me so much in challenges and addictions that I've had. And I'm truly blessed and grateful for that. I'm grateful for the warm weather right now. A lot of people are complaining and saying they're sweating and it's hot, but I am truly grateful, because now I know the polarities. And before, when I was living in South Florida, all we had was heat. Now I have cold and heat, the winter and the summer. So I'm deeply grateful for both of them, and the fall and the spring. So it's things like this that we have to come back and be grateful for. Because the more gratitude you show, the more the universe will give you. And that's not why you want to do it, but it just makes your life better. Gratitude makes your life better. Being thankful makes your life better. You're sending that into the quantum field, and you're creating this new version of yourself with deep gratitude and positivity. So I hope that this message finds you well. I hope that you have deep gratitude for even this channel and these messages that I keep bringing each and every day. Hold gratitude. Wake up in the morning and hold gratitude. Love yourself. Show deep gratitude for everything you have, because it goes by like the blink of an eye. I promise you that. My dad reminded me of that. I will never forget that. It goes by like the blink of an eye. I love you all. I will see you soon. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Take care. From my heart to yours, I will see you soon in the next one. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.